Thank you very much for welcoming me here from the North Shore this evening. I went to Israel for the first time in 2009 when I was a student at the Harvard Kennedy School. And as a freshman congressman this year, I was asked to go back. We had an extraordinary trip back in 2009, even met more officials than I think we met as a member of Congress. And some people said, why do you need to go back so soon? It's amazing how much has changed in Israel from 2009 to this summer. And yet it's amazing how much has changed in Israel from this summer, that first week in August, to today. With your permission, I'd like to tell a short story that I'm sure many of you know, that seems appropriate as we stand here together, searching to make meaning of the acts of violence that have plagued Israel over the last month. The story is called Night into Day. It was dusk on the bank of a river that curved from the sea to the mountain, and there sat a rabbi. At his feet were his students from nations near and far. As they did each night, the group spoke of issues of the heart, of humanity, and of hope. That night, the rabbi peered into the distance and said to his students, "Tell me, if you can, how we will know when the night is over and the day has begun." The students knew that the rabbi spoke neither of timetables nor of the earth's rotation on its axis. No, the rabbi spoke of larger things. One of the students raised his hand and said, "Rabbi, we will know that the night is over and the day has begun when we can see the difference between a goat and a lamb." The rabbi paused and said, "No, that is a good answer, but I don't think that is it." Soon another student offered her hand and said, "Rabbi, I think the night is over and the day has begun when we can see the difference between a fig tree and an olive tree." The rabbi shook his head and said, "No, you have made a thoughtful effort, but that is not it either." After a moment, a soft voice could be heard. It came from one of the rabbi's most reluctant students. Shy and somewhat hesitant, she began, "Rabbi, I think we will know that the night is over and the day has begun when we can see a rich man and a poor man and hear them say, 'He is my brother.'" The student continued, her voice growing stronger, "When we see a black woman and a white woman and hear them say, 'She is my sister.' It will be then that we know that the night is over and the day has begun." The rabbi nodded his head, pleased with the wisdom of his student, and said, "That is right." The story speaks of the unending struggle between light and dark, good and evil, peace and violence. That struggle exists within all of us and is most tested at times like these. Richard Lakin was one person who believed that the night was ending and the day was beginning. He was a living embodiment of this story. As many of us now know, the word coexist, written in religious icons, was his Facebook cover photo. His own granddaughter, when asked by a reporter what he would make of the very violence that took his life, said, "There are many options, but hatred is not one of them." We owe it to Richard. We owe it to all of the victims. We owe it to every single Israeli and every Palestinian to shine light on the darkness of the past month. And that is why we are all here. Thank you.